morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings. Hope you're all doing well. We've got a hoolie of a storm blowing out there and it's quite cold today. So I've got my fake fur coat on. Puff piece alert. And this is the puff piece of all puff pieces. It's in the Evening Standard and I'll give full credit to the author and I'm going to read it out to you. It's entirely up to you what you make of it. I know what I think of it. But before I do that, quite a few of you, thank you, commented and said that you didn't think Samantha Markle's lawsuit for finding freedom was outside of the, what they call it, the statute of limitations. So I looked it up and Finding Freedom was apparently published on the 11th of August 2020 and I think Samantha filed her lawsuit in March 2022, so that's less than 2 years, isn't it? If you could let me know on that one. So I'm not sure that's, I haven't heard the judge mention that and I haven't heard Megan's defence say anything about that. And also, wouldn't the court not accept it if it was outside the limitations? I'm not an expert, so, but anyway, on with the puff piece. It is written by a young lady. I've looked her up and she is called, let's get her name because I always want to give credit and I'll put a link in the description, Maddy Mussen. And it just came out like an hour ago, well, here in Spain. And it's headed, Will Meghan and Harry make their Met Gala debut this year? Royal commentators are convinced that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be making their Met Gala debut this year after starting to attend more A-list events in California. Goes on about Netflix and their best-selling The Spare. But then it gets worse. Really? They tend to lie low anyway. Has the person who's written this seen South Park? The Privacy Tour, the Worldwide Privacy Tour, the Piss Take? Anyway, the couple apparently are picky about which events they attend. Okay. And are known to keep themselves to themselves. Again, lady who wrote this article, have you seen South Park and the Piss Take? Most recently, they attended the Ripple of Hope Gala back in December, where they were honoured for their efforts in promoting racial justice and mental health. Right, first, I had never heard of the Ripple of Hope Gala before this, never. But I guess they're picky about what they go to. It's typically events like this which the couple will pop up at, looking loved up, serene and diplomatic, despite having set the British monarchy on fire. Serene and diplomatic, okay. But one of Harry and Meghan's recent appearances stands out from their usual slew of charity galas and benefits, and it's got people talking about whether they might be fully embracing the LA state of mind. It all started when Meghan and Harry were spotted at a surprise vow renewal, the Ellen DeGeneres vow renewal. It then goes on to claim, and I'm not sure this is true because I watched that video and I didn't see any of these people there. I saw them at Oprah's birthday sort of combination, some sort of promotion event the week before. They were among fellow famous faces. Other celebs in the crowd included Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. I honestly don't know if any of those people were at that weird renewal vow thing that Portia and Ellen did. I thought there was just some no-mark guy who was a new PR person who might be behind this, or someone else might have written this, I don't know. This got royal commentators' chins wagging. No. Most of them have been talking about South Park. you know what we're talking. The kids watched it last night. They're big fans of South Park.
No, I'm not.
I thought you were. You were both well up for watching that. Specifically the chins of Christine Ross and Christina Garibaldi, hosts of Royally Us US podcast, Us podcast. I've never heard of either of them or their podcast. Discussing Meghan and Harry's appearance at the Bowel renewal, Christina Garibaldi said it was definitely an A-list Hollywood guest list, and I think that's where Harry and Meghan would want to find themselves, on that A-list Hollywood circuit. Well, I don't doubt that sentence. I'm sure they would love to find themselves back on the Christmas card list. Because in my opinion, she continues, I think this is the first of many times we're going to see Harry and Meghan in these A-list circuits. I would keep my eye out for things like the Met Gala, the big red carpets this year, to see where they're going to find their place in the celebrity minefield. I would suggest the rubbish heap, because they are literally a laughing stock now. I actually take no pleasure in saying that, because I think it's mean for anybody to be a global laughing stock. But again, I reiterate, South Park. Christina Ross jumps in agreeing, I totally agree with you. I think they're going to make their Met Gala debut this year for sure. Despite Harry and Meghan having lived in California for over 2 years now, the pair have never fully assimilated into the celebrity LA lifestyle and have never been tipped to attend the Met Gala before. Hang on, weren't they going to do the Met Gala just before COVID hit and there were a load of lockdowns or something? Oh, have I got that wrong? And you're quite right, they have never assimilated into the LA A-lister, because I believe the A-listers don't want anything to do with them. Maybe the A-listers don't want to end up featuring on, I don't know, South Park, having the piss taken out of them. This is big news for more than just one reason, though, because the Met Gala always takes place on the first Monday in May. This is the best bit. Meaning it will be held this year on May the 1st, 5 days before King Charles III coronation on May 6th. So the big events, Met Gala, coronation, awards ceremony, the crowning of a head of state, head of the Commonwealth. Whoa, are those both really as big as each other? Rumours have been swirling over whether Harry will attend the coronation. Personally, I couldn't give a crap if he attends. I hate this will they, won't they game that the PR plays. Who cares? If he does turn up, stick him in the corner behind a really wide candle and be done with it. What the hell's he going to do? Why does he need to be at the coronation? Is he something to do with ordaining a monarch? No, I don't think so. I prefer to see him on South Park. So they go on about Netflix, they go on about the Oprah interview and how much of a storm has been kicked up by Spare and will they, won't they go, and that's the end of the puff piece. But they're serene and diplomatic. I wasn't talking to you, I'm just making a video. Just Benjamin doing he's decided to do some sanding right next to me while I'm making a video.
Well, I need to sand down the horn to fit in.
And in this huge house, you have to sit there because never mind,
lighting.
I don't want to know.
Lighting.
Also, just to address one person who commented about you guys who comment, it was a sugar, that's what I'm going to call them, or it could have been a bot, who said that none of me and none of you guys will be happy until Meghan's dead. What the fuck are you talking about? Excuse my French. What are you talking about? Nobody here hates Meghan. I have never seen anyone comment on any of my videos saying they wish Meghan dead. You've got to be a robot to say something so stupid. Even strong supporters like Kenyon and JJ would never say anything so ludicrous or stupid. Get off my channel, bot. No bots allowed. I'm going to spill water on them. Must be a rogue one that somebody paid for at some point. Anyway, as always, thoughts, comments, opinions below on that marvellous puff piece. Go and read it for yourself. And the girl exists. She works at the Evening Standard. Whether she wrote it or not, or whether the editor of the Evening Standard went in the journo pool and went, hands up who don't give a crap about their career, who's willing to put their name to this. And she maybe went, I could do with a few extra dollars. Maybe, only joking lady who wrote article. I've forgotten your name now already. Thank you very much for listening.